But we're going to kick off this hour talking about Jesse Lingard because a lot of consternation about his decision to join Nottingham Forest instead of going to West Ham after he was released by Manchester United. He announced the move on social media. A £200,000 a week deal, including bonuses, is what Forest have decided to pay for him. Newly promoted, of course, Nottingham Forest into the Premier League. Looks like it was an initial 12-month deal, but hopefully they'll look to extend that if he plays well. This is what Jesse had to say about it when asked by The Athletic. He said, "They showed me love. They were very aggressive with their approach. You love that. You want to see that love, and they've showed intent for me to come to the club." He also talked about an England recall being at the top of his list. I like to keep them close to my chest, but obviously England's a big one with the World Cup coming up. The most important thing is team goals, and I really think we can do big things this season. Can he get an England recall, Gabby?
Of course he can, definitely. If he's playing at his Jesse Lingard standard, what he done on loan at West Ham, 100% you can get an England call-up. No problem at all.
Interesting that his decision to go to Nottingham Forest has caused a lot of people to jump on the hating J-Lings bandwagon. You completely disagree with that. Tell us what, I mean, I always find it really strange when people just have a real intense hatred of certain players and how they behave and how they conduct themselves, but without actually knowing them, have met them, have known their work or anything else.
I feel for me, first of all, if Jesse Lingard wants to leave for money, then good for him. You know, football's a short career. You have to make enough money to live the rest of your life for your kids. He might want to make enough money for his kids, you know, and that's his choice. I remember seeing an interview from Oscar, who left Chelsea to move to the Chinese league. And he said, you know, he'd come from the poor part of Brazil and he's in a job to make as much money as he can to support his family. So everyone shouldn't believe that footballers want to go and play in the Europa League, in the big competitions and loyalty to clubs. Some footballers want to earn as much money as possible, like a lot of other people in other work of life do, to look after their family. But what if he's gone to Nottingham Forest? Because last season Nottingham Forest beat 2 Premier League clubs in the FA Cup, just about lost to Liverpool. Also, they're on fire last season, playing some amazing stuff, and to get promoted as well. So maybe he's going for the project as well, because I feel that Forest will be a top team next season and they will shock a lot of teams. You've seen Sheffield United do it. You've seen Leeds do it. I think Nottingham Forest next season, the players that they've got, all going to be hungry to succeed in the Premier League. I feel like the City ground could be a fortress as well. You know, they've got a lot of good supporters there. So I've got no problem with it at all. And I feel like a lot of the dinosaurs, you know, the older generation, need to zip it and just get on with it. If he wants to do J-Lings, if he wants to dance, if he wants to go on TikTok, good for him. Don't listen to these dinosaurs, the Simon Jordans, the Richard Keys, all these jokers. Do what you want to do, Jesse.
Love that. There is a texter who's messaged in. Sorry, your text was so long that it's not actually come up with your name underneath, so I apologise, but you'll know who you are when I read this out. I mean, any tweet or any text that starts with Gabby man, I mean, we're going on a rant, clearly. Gabby man, please don't try and defend Lingard. He's only gone to Forest for the money. It's a lack of ambition. No footballing reasoning behind it whatsoever. I've got nothing against the lad. I just think it's a shame when on his day, he's a very good player. Not world class, but it just doesn't make any sense. He's affected his chance of getting back into the England squad. He would have had European football at West Ham, not to forget. And why has he only signed a year? Thousands of people would give anything to be in the position he's been in. And it's just like he's picking and choosing who he wants and when he wants to play. Too bothered about TikTok. And as just Simon Jordan said, he'll be remembered more for that than football. And it's a massive shame.
If he wants to sign a 1-year contract, that's his choice. If he wants to go and play in a different continent, if he wants to go and play on the moon, that's Jesse Lingard's choice. It's his life. If he wants to go on TikTok and dance in his house with some of his friends and post it, that's his choice. People are jealous of the contract that he's received, and he's received it because of what he's done on the pitch. He's not received the £160,000-200,000 a week because he's good on TikTok. He's received it because he's a top player who's going to help Nottingham Forest stay in the Premier League. And the comment there about, oh, he's not going to get in England squad again. Southgate's not going to pick players because they play for West Ham or they play in the top 7 team. He's going to pick players on how they play in the Premier League. You know, if he plays well for Nottingham Forest, puts in top performances, gets his goals, assists, he'll be on that plane 100%.